towards the end of my career. So my last tour when I was a troop commander, we had basically the last good deployment in Iraq against ISIS in Mosul. After that, when this problem was really coming to a head, there really was no quote unquote good deployment. So now not only do you have to sit and do 2 to 3 disassociated tours, now you see that your platoon commander tour is not going to be in Iraq. It's not going to be in Afghanistan. It might be doing good things other places in the world, but it's not going to be kinetic. It's going to be very much preparation of the environment, intelligence building, all those different things that are important, but it's not the same. So now the carrot is not even there for them anymore. So, and, you know, top that off with, when I got out, our Commodore, who you know really well, great guy, told me, you know, the problem that our community faces now is when officers came in 20 to 30 years ago, like people didn't really understand the value of people in that community on the outside world. So what were the opportunities for people on the outside? Well, now everybody knows about, you know, leadership in the military. Everybody knows about the different attributes that typically come with people that are in whatever special operations unit you're in. They're very highly marketable on the outside too. So now you've got young, hard-charging guys that just want to deploy and they're not going to get to do it. And when they deploy, there's not going to be a really good, meaningful deployment to them on the backside of that. And they're highly marketable and everybody's throwing them job offers at the same time. So our community's got some things they're going to have to figure out as far as the officer attrition rate goes, I think, in the near future.
Yeah, I really hadn't thought about this part of it specifically in a while. Let's say you're going through that interview process and you're sitting down with somebody and this guy, you know, is Stanford and he's, you know, all A's and he's got like tech backgrounds and he's a strong leader and he was a swimmer at Stanford, went to the Olympics, whatever. You have that person. Guess what? He might not be sticking around for too long, especially if he's fired up and then then there's no more quote unquote good deployments anymore. And you're going to staff jobs for 3 years and maybe you get a bad leader somewhere right out of the gate, which can happen. Yeah, I can see somebody like that. Whereas now you take the opposite of that. Let's take a kid that went to community college, like not the greatest swimmer, but does it. And is just a scrapper and is just wants to get in it and wants to do whatever is required of him and wants to knock that out of the park and wants to learn and evolve. There's something to that. There's something to that rather than maybe having someone who maybe feels a little bit elitist coming in already out of the gate. You know what I mean? So I don't know. There's something there. I don't know. Maybe hopefully they're looking at a mixture. I think you need a mixture. You can't have all Stanford, Harvard grads in there that all get A's.
I wouldn't stand. You can't all have Garrett Morris in there running around that are like the best at everything they've ever done.
Now he had a pretty good disassociated tour though, right?
He had a good one.
He had interesting. I should say interesting and unique. Like he had a very interesting run.
One that only someone that was as smart as Garrett could go and do. Because if they asked me to go and learn that foreign language and go to that place, I'd be like, you guys, you got the wrong guy for the job for that one.
Yeah,
sure.
No, he's so awesome. It was so great to get linked up with you guys there near the end of my time in uniform. You guys were just so cool to be able to be with for that workup.